It's been a long winter. This harbor was completely frozen and my boat was stuck in the ice. No movement, no sailing, just waiting. And just when the ice finally disappeared, I took the mast down to replace all the standing rigging. So instead of sailing, I've been waiting again.
It's been about 3 weeks since I removed the mast. The old rigging was sent away to be measured and replaced. It's one of those upgrades you don't really see, but it's absolutely critical. These wires are what keep the mast standing. Without them, nothing else really matters. And it's not something you want to take chances with. Over time, rigging wears out, even if it looks fine from the outside. So this was something I knew I had to do. Taking the mast down is always a bit of a process. First removing the sails, the boom, and preparing everything carefully. Then slowly bringing the boat over to the crane. It's one of those moments where you take your time and double check everything. And once the mast is down, there is no sailing, just waiting. Waiting for the new rigging to be made. And today, after a few weeks, the new rigging is finally here.
This is it, it's a brand new standing rigging. New wires, new terminals. This is what keeps the mast standing. So this is not something you take lightly.
New turnbuckles with new pins and new rings.
It was about time to change the whole standing rigging. I believe the standing rigging is as old as the boat is. The old rigging has done its job, but after many years, it's time to replace it for safety. When you're out there alone, this is not something you want to fail. So let's get to work.
One of the most important parts of the rigging is the forestay. It supports the mast forward and also carries the furling genoa, so it needs to be absolutely right. We start by removing the old wire. At the bottom there is a cone inside the fitting that holds everything together. So first we cut the wire and take the fitting apart to get access to that cone. Once it's removed, the old wire can be pulled out of the furling system. After that, we run the new wire through. Then it's cut to the correct length. And at the bottom, a new cone is fitted into the wire before assembling everything again. Finally, the fitting is tightened back into place, locking the whole system together. It's a precise job, but when it's done right, you know the rig is strong and ready again. With the forestay in place, it's time to start attaching the rest of the rigging. All the new wires are laid out and ready to go. Each one has its place and it's important to get everything connected correctly from the start. I begin with the shrouds, securing them to the mast. And then move on to the upper stays. It's a steady process working through one wire at a time. Nothing complicated, but it does require attention. This is what will hold the mast in place once it's back on the boat. After that, it's time to take care of the new turnbuckles. I take them home and apply grease along all the threads. Each one needs to be fully open and closed on both sides, just to make sure the grease is spread evenly. It takes a bit of time, but it's important. If you skip this step, the threads can seize over time, and in the worst case, the turnbuckles can fail. So it's definitely not something I want to take any risks with. I also upgraded the backstays from 5 to 6 mm. They arrived later and now it's time to get them installed. Now it's also time to attach the turnbuckles to all the new rigging. Each one is fitted in place, ready for adjustment once the mast is back up. And finally I mount the radar reflector on one of the backstays. It's a small detail but an important one, especially when sailing in areas with traffic. The reflector helps make the boat more visible on radar, which adds an extra layer of safety. It's simple to install, but it needs to be secured properly so it stays in place in all conditions. With that done, the rigging is now complete and ready for the mast to go back up. While the mast was down, a storm moved through with gusts over 60 knots. Even inside the harbor it was intense, so I chose to lay the mast flat on the ground just to be safe.
I was supposed to get the mast on last week, but there was a problem. One of the spreaders, the fitting on the spreaders, it was broken. That's it. So I bought a new one and it didn't fit perfect, but I worked on it and I made it fit now. So, and today we're gonna get the mast on Stepsy again. In here. So now we got the spreaders fitting. All is good, and I put some tape here to protect it, the sails. So we're pretty much ready to raise the mast on Stepsy again. Now we have the mast on. Woohoo! Yeah! Stepsy with the mast on after what, 5 weeks? At least 5 weeks. Just over 5 weeks. So now I'm just gonna move some things in Stepsy and then just move the boat back to its sleep and get the boom on and the sails and everything. So we're almost there. Yeah, Woo! Mast is on, Step C is in its sleep, Genoa is on. So what I'm missing now is to mount the boom and the sail. The sail is on the boom, so I will just have to mount the boom, fix everything, try to tune the rig a little. I have tuned it, I have tightened it, but I have to check it again, and hopefully tomorrow the rigger is gonna come by and have a look to see if we have to tune it a little better. Everything went fine, and now Step C pretty soon is ready for adventures. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you enjoy it, please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you pretty soon. I'm out for adventures very soon actually. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.